Yeah, I'll probably just pick this.
Same old tire joke. He's back again. Same thing, different changes. Tell us a funny joke.
Me. I can't put me on the spot like that, bro.
Anyway, proceed.
Yo, what's up? Playing the best deck. Floowandereeze, whatever you want to call it. Best deck. Here we go. All right. 3 Robin. 1 card starter. This gets ashed every single time. It gets impermed, veilered, gammaed, Ghost Mourner. Can Ghost Mourner hit this card?
What is it?
It probably can.
Is Robin to add back from Banish to Grave?
Ghost
No
Mourner.
Ghost Mourner.
It will happen. But you chain block it, so that's all that matters.
Chris, did you ever ghost ogre Rabina?
He tried. You need to see this to do anything because it does get you to like the rest of your deck. It also searches Barrier Statue, which is like pretty much what your deck ends on. 3 Eagle. This is like the big choke point that a lot of people don't know because it searches M-Pen and M-Pen is absurd. And also it searches all your other big guys. So this card you also need to see, but this card gets you to it. This gets you to it. Map gets you to it. Gold Start gets you to it. Pretty soon enough, the Quick Play spell gets you to it as well. 2 Stritch. 1 token. This banishes a card out of either player's graveyard. This card lets you add back from the banished. So, this is okay. It helps you with your resource loop because you can add back your banished trap. You can also banish M-Pen out of your graveyard. And then add it back off the token. This is great because it lets you kind of just pick the evil twin link straight out of your opponent's graveyard on both players' turns. This card lets you take invocations out of the graveyard. This card lets you take DPEs and Celestials out of the graveyard. Crazy. You don't hate to open this. This card also, worth noting, is full combo if you open it with map. So if you open this in map and nothing else, you still can combo. 1 M-Pen.
You've explained this before, and it was very funny. So reiterate to the people.
1 M-Pen.
Yes.
Okay, here's the thing. This is a searchable brick. It's the part of the deck. This is searchable.
Yeah, don't you play 2 of those?
1 M-Pen! You can search it! Okay.
Should run 2.
Yeah, there are multiple penguins in the artwork. So wait, is that 3 penguins? So clearly 3 M-Pen.
Okay, so anyways, I play Ryza. A lot of people.
timing around.
A lot of people say this is a budget deck, but this card's expensive
I love
because
getting
funny.
reminded I have tinnitus at the end of every round.
And also, okay, but also this card just lets you put back stuff. It helps you put back stuff in your graveyard on top of the deck. Put stuff in your opponent's graveyard on top of the deck. This is the MVP against Alistair decks because so they normal summon an Alistair, they search their invocation, and you're like, okay, cool, rise up, put it back in the deck, and it's like. They better have the other Alistair, and then they better fuse from hand, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, this card's insane. Also, you can do something really funny where if you D-shifter your opponent, you can put it back on top of your deck and draw it for a turn and then D-shifter them again. And then you can just keep doing it because this keeps putting itself back in your hand. So you just keep stacking D-shifter and doing it, and you don't need to draw any other cards because your entire engine is just like recycling itself over and over back to your hand.
You don't want another magic?
So,
Has that ever come up for you?
oh yeah, I did it today, twice.
I'm pretty sure he's only 5.
Apex Avion, Omni Negate, Barrier Statue. 1, searchable. I used to play 2 just in case the first one got outed. Thank you very much. Got my packs.
Yes.
I used to play this just in case. 2, just in case the first one got outed, but I've come to realize that if your opponent droplets this, so if they go to battle phase, attack over it, it did its job. If they droplets both of these,
I've never dropped before.
both of these, they discard 2 cards out of their hand, plus the droplets. So they use 3 cards just to out your board that you can make again on their turn. That's pretty good. So like, you only need 1. You can recycle it with Ryza if you really need to. There's other ways to recycle it, we'll get into that later. Hand traps, triple ash. Don't have a foot fetish. Sorry. Triple D-shifter. Sometimes this card literally just shifts you to game 2.
I get it. I got it.
I make that joke all the time. It's very funny. Okay.
Chris, let me open this.
Free map gives you an additional normal summon. Chain blocks your plays. Lets you play on your opponent's turn. This card is absurd. It's so good. Love it. Triple pot of prosperity. You need to play 3 of this. Can't play extravagance. I'm sorry. You can't do it. I used to think that like maybe you could, but you can't. Because sometimes you're just not gonna have a starter and you need it. Sometimes you're just not gonna have like a way to play around hand traps and you need it.
You just care about digging deeper instead of the sheer amount of cards you get.
Yeah. So you need that. I also play 3 pod duality for consistency. Sometimes you just open pot, and it's crazy because you get to dig for 6 and you get to dig for 3 more. Sometimes you don't see a starter, but you off of the prosperity, but you see this, so you can grab this and dig 3 more into your deck. I'm in the middle of the deck profile. Shut up. Don't make me normal summon. Okay. Anyways, I play 3 Book of Moon. It's an interruption. It's great against Tri-Brigade, so they summon their Karis and you book it. They summon their first rank 1, assuming it's not, maybe it's a brown bird, you book it. And it's crazy. Going second, they make Draco feature, book it. Like, come on. Also, they imperm you or they Veiler you, and you can book it. And it's like called by the grave in a way. Also, there was one time today against Invoked where I played through a there can be only one, because I booked both my monsters face down and tributed over them. So it was pretty pog. Someone's throwing cards at me. Gold Sark helps you chain block because when they banish, they add back. Also, this came up like once today where I actually got to add it back off of this because I mined him and we just sat there and I just added my starter card and then I just.
You see anything in there, brother?
It comes up sometimes.
Called by the grave.
He's throwing cards, by the way.
Terraforming is like 4th copy of map. It's also mine. I play gold mine in the main
Just to tilt people.
Max tilt. This is max rarity mystic mine, whether you like it or not. 1 copy of this. This is probably the first card I'd cut. Honestly, this card is good when it's good and ass the rest of the time. So you like draw it in your opening hand, but if you have full combo, you'd rather have like literally anything else. It's really good against back row decks because you can tribute over their cards, but I side this out anyways against back row decks just because it's not good enough. And then on top of that, it's only good whenever you just like hard draw a bunch of the big ones.
He's still throwing cards.
Hey, Alex, you undefeated, correct?
Derek got
This
it.
is more
He
fun
needs
than all the
points.
packs of fucking
Impermanence
Yeah.
is crazy. Dreaming Town is crazy. This card lets you play on your opponent's turn just with the field spell.
Our turn.
Yep, our turn. And also, when it's in the graveyard and you tribute summon, banish it, book your opponent's entire board, then you can add it back with 2K on the following turn, do the whole thing over again, set it, flip it up, and then every single turn is your turn.
This is the reason we don't play Snowl.
If this resolves, there's no shot you lose. There's, like, no shot. Don't play Snowl, please. I might cry. If anyone plays Snowl, comment down below so I can come to your house and cry. Anyways, extra deck. Here's a bunch of stuff that you're never going to summon, but I summoned everything in here at least once at one point. So, one of this.
Yeah.
I killed someone with it one time because they were on lower life than me and I crashed into them, and then the effect that they take the damage to. Yep.
That's
Assembled Nightingale. You can make Zeus with it.
yeah. About it.
Promenade Thrush. I made this with an M-Pen on board, made M-Pen really big, have their monster and damage, and killed them. Ensemble Robin. I made it one time against birds.
It works.
Yeah, this is starting to not be funny, and it's just starting to be kind of irritating. Zeus.
That's what happens when you go undefeated, man. People want to mess with you. That's alright.
Tri-Brigade. You can link climb into this. Also, you can send it to draw a card, with the Nadir Servant stuff that I play in the side. You may have noticed I didn't play that in the main. There's a lot of good reasons for that a lot of people won't listen to you about. Here's this steals Baron out of the graveyard. Very funny.
Have you actually done that?
Yep.
Did?
Nightmare Phoenix, because Imperial Order is one hell of a card.
Yep.
Shureg. You can send it off of Punishment, or you can send it off Nadir Servant to search your starter card.
Yep.
Also, it's just 3,000 attack monster that you can send off of Punishment, which is pretty decent. Access Code Talker, you can, like sometimes in like game 3, or not game 3, turn 3, you'll just have 2 birds left over and like 1 in your hand, and you can like normal summon 1, not use the effect, link 2 off for the link 2 Tri-Brigade, special summon 1 from your hand, make access code. Cool. This. It summons Berry Statue, like if you really need to.
Yeah.
Intis for Punishment and Nadir Servant, Winged Pegasus for Punishment, Nadir Servant, and Omega for Punishment, Nadir Servant. If you send this, if you like really think this is the best play, you can recycle everything infinitely, which is better than using Ryza to do it all the time. So that's pretty neat. Side deck, I play Nadir Servant package. I play that, and that. So this is really bad in the main because it conflicts with Shifter, and Shifter will win you like a lot of games. Its removal, it always has to be ashed pretty much. It searches this, which is an interruption. It's also an indestructible body, like against monsters, especially from the extra deck, which is pretty decent. This just does like anything you want, really, but it's not great in the main because it's cloggy, and it doesn't actually get you to engine without previous setup. So that's why I say it's good going second, because it just baits. And it's removal. Like, why not? But like going first, sometimes I'll side in like these 3. Literally just because if I can get to this, like if Barrier Statue doesn't do anything, it's like against birds, you can summon this off of M-Pen, search this, and then you have another piece of interaction on their turn. It's also pretty good in the mirror match.
You only play the 1 Ecclesia?
Yeah. You don't want to draw it.
What happens if you draw it and then you also draw Nadir?
There was one time when I drew this and I also drew Nadir, and I did this thing called cheating. Just kidding. What I did was I scooped and we went to game 3. This package is actually, in all honesty, pretty bad.
Happens.
But it does, when it's good, it's good. That's like half the things in this deck. Troll, because you have to play it. Also wins the mirror match. 2 Mystic Mines for the 3rd one I have in the main.
So these aren't gold.
No, I don't have 3 gold ones. I have 3 supers, but I don't have 3 golds, but I have to play the gold one because it's gold. If anyone has gold Mystic Mines that they want to donate, hit me up. Dark Sword. Okay.
Donate.
Anti-spell Fragrance. You summon this against back row decks and they cry. You flip this and summon this against any deck and they also cry.
I mean...
Also, this stops Lightning Storm, Dark Ruler, droplets sometimes. I mean, they have to drop... You force the droplets early, basically. Forces Cosmic Cyclones, MSTs for your field spell, and your back row, like... It's pretty good.
Just does its job.
But yeah, that's the deck. There's some things that you should mention, like with technical play. Even if your opponent's deck doesn't lose to Shifter, you should always keep Shifter in anyways, unless it's like specifically a backer deck, because Shifter also turns off Effect Veiler and Droll and Lockbird, and Droll kills you. Droll has to be sent directly from the field to the graveyard, so when you Shifter them, they can't do that. Like, Shifter just does so much for you. Also, one time I tribute summoned it and it was really funny. That was pretty much it. Yeah, basically, if you in this deck, if you're able to resolve your combo, you pretty much win. Just don't be an idiot and blow all your resources. That's about it. Let's do a pack opening.
All right, now open your brothers and pull the Dragoon.
Pull the Dragoon?
Pull the Dragoon.
Cool.
I'll do it.
Exabeetle.
Nice.
Trash. I'm not even gonna read these. Stealth Kragan Spawn.
Neat.
I like looking at the ultras though. They're pretty. Considering half my deck is super rares, you know. Double Exposure, Downward Magician, Right Hand Shark. Hey, isn't this crazy with like that Crooked Cook combo? I don't know. FA Fighting Spirit is cool. Downward Magician. Y'all can. Jack, do you have a Downward?
What a nice guy.
I'll save you from the scalpers.
His profile's amazing.
Yeah, it really is.
What a nice guy.
Yeah.
It'd be even better if you pull Starlight.
He's still throwing cards, by the
I
way.
did not throw that.
I thought that was
not
grass.
me.
Why do we need that? Nibiru. Nibiru.
Hey.
Hey, fun fact, your 5th summons always bury your statue. So if you think that you're afraid of the rock, you know, I could have made like some shitty joke about killing 2 birds with 1 stone, but
I've already used that one way too much today.
Dr. Dishwang, Soul Binding Gate, the Icebound God, that's me, Dollhouse, Dick Force.
Ah, I see.
This is the droplets, guys. Forbidden droplets, let's go. Rank up magic. Gadarla.
Hey.
Force of the Floral Knights. It's a trap card. Karibo. Rebirth Judgment. Oh, hey. This is that cool anime card that I kept saying, like, it'd be really funny if they made it. And then I actually read it, and I decided it was really bad. But once per turn, you can declare 1 monster type. Monsters in the graveyard become that type for the rest of this turn. Dude, this is crazy. It's insane. Shut up, Travis.
Nice.
Are y'all still doing this video?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that
You want to be in it?
No.
Oh, yeah, I beat him. Round 1.
No.
I misjudged damage. You shouldn't have won.
Quick, throw a card across the screen like Derek.
Any
Derek,
shoutouts?
you did
Combo.
Shout out to Assad for selling me this entire deck for like 6 striker cards. Also, shout out to everyone at Sneak Peek who deliberately didn't sell me these cards and then instead sold them to the other person at the shop who plays this deck but is like really bad at it.
Damn.
I hope he sees this video, by the
Shots
way.
fired.
Damn.
So,
Yeah.
Shout outs to Derek for being Derek. Shout outs to Jack because he's really funny. Shout outs to the guy filming this right now. And then also go sign up for the CCS.
Very good.
Because I'll get money, so do it.
Also, please sign up for my tournament. I have like 3 entries so far.
yo, just
Please.
give it back. Just cut to me.
I mean, he's legitimately gonna get it if you don't sign up. He's like the only one.
What is this?
Oh, look.
Yes.
You said there were 3.
Watch the damn video.
Wait, what kind of tournament is it?
Traditional.
Traditional.
Oh.
Because we have to make it funny.
What kind of access code?
Eternity
Colossus.
Oh, that sounds like a free access code. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, anyways, Team
I'm just-
Satisfaction's going to
he's
take
a
over this
diehard.
tournament
I'm just
also.
diehard.
Oh yeah, they're both here.
Get bent, play 1 M pen, penis.
I'm gonna play striker
Yeah.
with
Goodbye.
so many.
On that note, yeah. Bye.
Pretty good.